From Amish to tech founder, I am here to share my story of how I left the Amish culture at 17, jumped out of a 2-story house in the middle of the night, never looked back, and now I am a tech founder, building out a community, building out leading with human design as a company. And the journey has been beautiful. It has been a lot of challenges. It has been a lot of growth, but I'm excited to share that journey, excited to share my story and what we are building. And we will dive right in. I'm Emily, and if you've been here before, welcome back. If not, happy to have you here. And you'll see a little bit of rebranding going on with the channel. I am now switching more to Leading with Human Design. That is the new company that we have established. The Leading with Human Design is really there for the business owners and the leaders that want to lead from a human design aspect, from their design specific, so they can be more in alignment. So the journey of how I got here. I left when I was 17 and later ended up getting my GED, went to college, graduated from Purdue with organizational leadership and supervision, had a career in automotive manufacturing for over a decade, led a lot of teams, I had the perfect role and thought that's what I wanted until I went through a spiritual awakening and I realized this is not it. This is not what I want. This is not what I'm called to. I'm really good at it, but it's not my life's vision and mission. So this led on another journey of self-discovery, of healing, of growth. And through that, I later went into the software industry and was in there for some time and then decided we created transformative leadership. And through this, it evolved into Leading with Human Design. So how we got to this tech product, I want to share that journey to share some key lessons we learned along the way and some things that helped me as a founder, some things that helped me as a business owner to really understand, evolve, pivot, grow, change, all the things to be able to stay in alignment with who I am, where I'm going. So about a year and a half ago, I had told my business partner at the time, Julie, I was like, we're going to start a tech company. Like, don't ask me how, but that's what we're going to do. And she's like, ride or die. She's like, all right, cool. We didn't know how. We didn't know when. We didn't know what it was going to be. But as soon as I got that download and that message, I was like, yep, this is it. Like, we're going to do this. We had an opportunity to come in to work with a company. And that first company it looked like everything was in alignment, but then it just kind of fell apart. So fast forward, we kind of cut ties. The next person we decided to, go in together on a product. We were talking about it, thought things were in alignment. They were not in alignment either. This one just kind of completely ghosted us. Interesting, right? So this is the second one. The third one, we thought everything was in alignment. Like we even spent, I think 5 or 6 months supporting the product, looking at the operation side, how can we grow and expand, and really getting clear on this product. And we were not the owner of the product. And that was red flag number 1 now looking back. Since we didn't own the product, there was a lot of discrepancies, a lot of things that come and go with that. And when it came down to the operating agreement, we couldn't come to terms on the rev share. And it felt like it was almost like a slap in my face of like, wow, I spent like 5 or 6 months on this product and got 0 out of it. And then the cut that they wanted to give was not in alignment. It didn't even reflect the value and the worthiness of where I was at, or even where Julie was at as a business. And as a business, we were like, no, we're out. Like, we're not going to sit here and build something where it does not feel in alignment. So we left. That one was a really hard hit for us because we absolutely love the products. Meanwhile, with the last product, we had brought in one of our connections, Jeff, and he was more from the marketing side. And after all of this, we were like, okay, where do we go now? So the 3 of us came together, me, Jeff, and Julie, we came together and we're like, let's just build our own product. Like, why not? And we started playing around with this idea of like, what does that look like? How can we do this? And we started brainstorming and we came up with this product idea, all based off of human design. And that is what we were in the process of developing now. As soon as us three came together and we started putting all this product stuff together, how we're going to build it out, long-term business plan, what does that look like? Who are we serving? What kind of impact do we want to make in the world, in the collective? The doors started to open. I found a software developer, and then this resource, and then this resource, and everything just started coming together. And I share that to say that when you are in alignment, things are easy and they flow. They are not this back and forth, this push-pull, and they just flow. Sometimes that flow looks fast and sometimes that flow looks slow, but both of them, it's a flow. So that's what we're building out from a tech product standpoint. On the other side, we also decided, leading with human design, we are building out a community, a school community, where we have a whole course on human design. It breaks down your design types, your profile lines. Like, it's a deep dive into human design as a business owner and leader, and how you can use it on a daily basis. Like, how do you practice using this? How do you stay in alignment? And we've built that out, and I'll put the link into the description so you guys can join that as well if you guys are interested in that. And then we also came up with some one-on-one coaching that we will do, where we will take your entire business and make that all aligned to your human design. So think of it like as a business overhaul. If you don't want to overhaul your complete business, or there's things that are working, but there's things that aren't, and you want to come into alignment, we also offer that. So that's been kind of the journey of it. And again, if you guys have questions or comments, put them in the comments below, and I will answer them in another video. I just wanted to high level get this out there, start to share the journey, start to share the story and the vision and the mission behind this. And through this process, as I reflect and I look back from the time that I left to where I'm at today, no tech background, like, how did this happen, right? But I will say the one thing that I've noticed is how quickly and easily, when I see something that I'm working toward, I want a vision or a mission, or it's on my heart, I'm like, okay, identity shift. What identity needs to shift? And for me to become a tech founder, I had to shift into that identity and let go of this whole belief that I'm not a tech person, because I really know the terms of tech. Like, I really understand those terms. I understand how some of it works. Am I an expert? No, I don't have to be, because I'm the visionary and the creator. And so as long as I know what exactly we are creating and the vision that we have, that's all that matters. But shifting the identity, reprogramming the beliefs, because there was also beliefs of like, who do you think you are, right? To say that you're going to build a tech company and it's a $1 billion industry, and those are the goals that you have, is to be a $1 billion tech company. There's also an identity shift there to be able to say, yes, I can build that. And yes, I'm going to build that. And you can't play in this mindset of who do you think you are, and all these things. And then you get to deal with the worthiness and the self-worth and the self-talk and all these things. I share that all to say, because it looks easy on the outside, but on the inside, there's a lot of internal work that gets to be done. The foundation gets to be set. The foundation of knowing who you are, how you operate, how you do it, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and how can you close those gaps that you currently have. And this goes in all aspects, whether it is skill set, or whether it's mindset, or whether it's energetic, like all of those. And this is one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about human design, is when I did a deep dive into my human design, I realized I wasn't fully embodying being a manifester from a human design perspective. And that was the game changer for me. I started really embodying my manifestor tendencies down to the way that I parent, the way that I work, the way that I show up, the way that I approach things. And it was not only freeing, but was mind-blowing at the results that I got. So that's also why I'm so excited about human design, because I think like it is a blueprint specifically to each single person. It is not a cookie cut strategy, and it really supports people and business owners to build what's in alignment with them, and not what some business coach or some business guru told them to build, right? So, and we can talk for days on that side of things. So with the strong foundation, some other tools that I use besides human design was journaling. I did some therapy let's see what else I did on my journey. Some plant medicines and a lot of breath work, a lot of different healing modalities. And through each phase, it kind of was like different phases of things. And now I have this toolkit of a bunch of things that if I need it as a resource, I can tap in, get that resource and use that as a toolkit to whatever I need in that moment, because I built that foundation. I've also built a foundation of, I know who I am as a leader and where I'm headed, and I stay grounded into that vision. So sharing all that to say that I will continue to share more of the journey on the tech product, more of my journey as a founder, and deprogramming myself from the Amish culture to where I'm at today, because the Amish culture is completely different world to where I live today. And if you're watching this and you're on the journey and you're going through some challenges, just know that it doesn't matter what the challenges are, you can get through them. And you may not know and understand why you are going through that challenge, but it is there for your growth. I promise you, one day you will see why you went through that and why you had the ability to grow through that. It was part of your journey. Now, on the flip side, sometimes we will do things that we know are not in alignment with us. That's also part of our growth, and that's also part of us doing things that we just really shouldn't be doing. So I'm just sharing that to say there's a lot of different aspects of healing and growing as a human. And I truly believe, like, if you are watching this, you have a vision, you have a purpose, and you are here to grow, evolve, and expand in whatever way that looks like for you, whether it's business owner, whether it's a parent, sibling, spouse, whatever that looks like for you. But every single one of us we were created to grow, evolve, and expand. So let me know what questions you have, what comments you have, and stay tuned for the next video.